Pat, you still there? Sorry, you guys missed a lot. Oh, cool. You're missing a lot more now. Oh, cool. Wait, if I start this up again, will it work? We're gonna have to hope. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm going to scream at the internet people in a second.
Allow me.
Hi, Lucy.
Lord Louis, no. He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found off-stage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
The lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more. The man is dead, without question.
You're absolutely certain?
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Louis, dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on here.
The lance you hold
Because that's not Louise.
is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
Yes. It is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes. Traitor and Kingslayer both. And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
I had not realized you were such an actor. Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now. We finally won.
No, he ain't dead so early.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure.
Just from my point of view, this is like the halfway point of a Persona game. So I'm guessing this is the big flip up of the mid story.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other.
He's not dead, though.
Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you faltered then, you triumphed today. In form and heart, you are a true knight. Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
No. This lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Yes. As you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
Indeed. You may step down now.
I'm a coffin. Cough, cough.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or three.
I was right! At least I hope I was. I hope I get to talk to the guy. And get
So
the
you lot were working
30,000.
against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to explain why we have taken their guiding force. Captain, do you not agree?
All right.
I am sorry if I'm overstepping my mark. I know I'm but the latest to become your ally, but...
No, you speak the truth. We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne. To break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he?
He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis. Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret faction. And I was a spy in its service, trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However...
You did this for the prince! His father, the king, was a coward, a puppet to Forden. It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside. And for his son! For his bloody, useless corpse of a son! What made you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Worth more? I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
I myself have never met His Highness, nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two. Was Luis really a master worth your trust? I think it's worth listening to your hearts now. Even the doubts. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Hold a moment. These two...
No, their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
Lady Juna. I guess you really were watching out for us. More than we ever knew.
Meow. Hi, Artie.
I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sodden igniter experiments, and now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
Maybe it is time to step back. Get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all it took. Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that don't feel right after you wake. So, we're drifters now. Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? We'll see you around, Lady Juna.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've never been this confused in all my life. Damn it, I just don't get it. Damn it. Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that? You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
He's excited about the restaurant. He makes my heart so full.
I'm sorry this was all I could do.
He's all confused and stuff, but he heard the restaurant being opened up and he was like, huh? You're not joking, right?
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right! That should have lifted the curse!
It won't have.
What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Calm down, everyone. We don't want to yell about this in public.
Forden, it's because
go back
he
to the inn
paid
for now.
someone probably to do it. It was probably that guy talking to Forden.
His Highness
Because
still
there's no
suffers
reason
under
that
the
person
curse.
should have had a cloak.
But Luis is dead.
They had, like,
I cannot fathom it.
multiple guys there without cloaks that could have checked the body, but they picked the one with the cloak. Wait! I'm trying to think. Is it who I think it was? There's 3 characters we didn't see that have that kind of accent. 2 of which have that accent. It could have been the hooded person.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something. No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still
He has
be
great
mistaken.
magic. He could totally had like a body double.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would mean we killed an innocent person, wouldn't it?
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king. And
true enough, old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap, eh?
He said it himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason. If he was framed, it is possible he aimed to clear his name.
But if it wasn't Luis...
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues.
Forden mentioned it. There's no one else around them when... So how would Forden know?
Yet... No. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone. I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Maybe he heard it from the culprit?
If so, then Forden could be one of the conspirators behind the attack, or perhaps solely responsible
It's not
for it.
Forden that did it, because the person in the cloak looked to be too young.
I say, you don't think Forden is the mastermind behind this whole blasted to-do? You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire Dashed Sanctus Church?
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion. If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's...
We'll need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities.
Trying to think. I thought that was weird that Forden said that. Pontifex Forden said that the second they said it. I was like, wait, there's no one else in that scene except for her and the assailant. I think it's the crier. Or the crier's father. But no, the crier's father's dead, aren't they? So I think it was the crier. Because he
Sister,
has
I
that
should
British accent.
explain. Oh, is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction.
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Ah, yes. Suppose you're right.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the king's protective magic, but I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance you presented, I take it that's why you went to Verga Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. You hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Forden? On Saints' Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of
The
attack.
TTS is broken. Give me a sec.
Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince.
Hey, it might be fixed. The update
Well,
might have
there's
happened.
Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that.
Who?
Who?
Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so it's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our
I get to go get my tooth
Hulkenberg.
removed tomorrow, chat!
He said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctus Church?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
Sister? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this.
Tell you what, if someone's crazy
like
enough to
we're
want
just
that,
two-
I will see if I can get the 2 fragments when they pull them out.
I'll see you again.
Although that is very weird for you to want.
About that. Let's rest.
I'm kind of surprised Ari's not like, how much? I'm curious if there's like another way to do this, so I'm gonna go back and look that up afterwards.
Good night.
See, well, I thought it was funny, although the WoW thinks a lot of things you
Time
can say
marches
is funny.
on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Guys, it's 9/11! Something crazy bad's gonna happen.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
Looks like Dracodios hasn't left his side.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God.
It's
But
the amazing
first,
Yuukin, he's
an
funny.
announcement. Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient. But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard! We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace! Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go. We reclaim the lance, now!
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
Isn't it too dangerous?
Better we risk danger than inaction. If we miss this chance, we may never get another.
So you were after this lance all along? Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His Magler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassin.
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now? The royal family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
You traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor?
Your Majesty Forden, punish...
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that...
You! Identify yourself!
It's Luis, isn't it? It is Luis.
Who are you?
We're at a festival. Should we not be festive? I've come to meet you, Forden.
Luis? Impossible. How could you have survived?
Shit gets good.
Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then. Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Luis! But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit, just like you. This is the true lance.
You snake, Luis. I'm confused. Like, I knew Luis was replaced.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
No. Impossible.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
Del, Lord Luis is alive.
What's going on? Good people, you have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince. For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule. What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
You came back to life?
You believe me resurrected? Even if I could defy death, I care nothing for the prospect. Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
No! Zorba?
I thought so! I was like, where is
Back at the Grand
Zorbo
Cathedral,
been this whole
I
time?
ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand.
He was a freaking necromancer. There ain't no way he wasn't included.
Was Zorba's infiltration.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Luis is destined for far greater than this, so I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect him to die in such a place.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration.
I was like, I feel weird that such a
fitting death
ingenious story writers would have a necromancer killed so early. As strong as he was supposed to be, and supposedly one of right-hand men of Luis, and Luis always proclaimed power to be the strongest, yet that guy was so easy to fight. And a first boss even, made no sense to me, really. I was like, well, maybe that's just a little bit of bad story writing. This is good story writing! The necromancer just, I didn't die. I just had the dead drag my body away. Carry my body away. I had a necromancer's backup plan.
Why'd you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us? Ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless. That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath. For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way. So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived. Where is he? Speak or die.
Please, spare us.
Why are y'all just laying there?
Stop.
Why are they there?
Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctus break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
No! Stop him!
Out of the way!
What?
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have?
Just chatting?
It's not that! This is...
Shut up.
It's wrong! It's wrong, me lords!
I see. So even you two faltered.
Del! Del!
Fidelio!
Hey! Wake
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Del!
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
I see it, you know. Our little diner. Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Huh? Hey. Del? Del!
Pitiful. See what Brotherhood earned them.
Lord Louis.
Del got deleted.
That's what it all comes down to for
Del,
you,
though.
yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong. Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our hope. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Luis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Hey! Seize the criminals who murdered him!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Shut up! What about Del? You saw what that bastard did to him!
I will not let you die in vain. Your brother didn't do this so you could get yourself killed. For now, please flee with us.
Shite!
Come, make haste.
Oh, welcome back.
It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect little else in Altabri. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's all right. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Telling you he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means
I knew it wasn't Forden. Of course it wasn't Forden. The guy's ancient. It was a young guy she slashed his back.
But
Like
Forden
I said,
brazenly
it
admitted
was...
that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time. Damn it!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near
Her
dead
sister
yourself.
Pandable. Asking for a friend.
Tell? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Del. I thought...
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Del, I only made it this far because I followed you.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Del...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready?
I don't understand this.
Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight. But why?
O Lodestar, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
I do like the voice actors for this game.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
Baka, we need a quote for what was said.
You talk about the voice actors. Oh, I love the voice actors in this game. They're amazing. Especially Basilio and Dels. They're voice
Is Teresa
actors.
whole Teresa go?
No.
See you around, Del.
Let me guess. Is he a berserker?
But it's true.
He's a berserker,
Thank
isn't he?
goodness! You're finally awake.
That's the only possible
You were passed out.
class
Don't
besides
scare me like
necromancer
that.
Maybe
from
not for
the-
you, but for
blame you.
most beings.
After all that's happened.
He's a berserker, isn't he?
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
It's you lot. From before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
That makes Basilio happy.
Del. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad.
He would need
Thanks.
he's a berserker. It's
By
obvious he's a berserker.
God, what in the world is that, lads? It struck down Santifex Forden right before our eyes. That's supposed to be impossible.
In it.
And Luis made sure it was a bloody spectacle, before an audience even. The bastard is making sport of it.
In it.
We must devise a plan.
It's bloody good, isn't it?
Otherwise, even if Luis does not sway our supporters, they may lose faith in the church.
Before all else, we must choose a successor, but they need not share Forden's strength.
I have brought her here.
You requested an audience? Assembled lords?
Rella, we must ask your support. Let me be direct. We would like you to enter the tournament as a formal successor
That
to
armor's
His
eyes have 7
Eminence
pupils.
Sanctifex Forden.
This girl?
Pretty short
She
stram
is your
today, did you
plan?
oversleep?
Have you gone mad? I reject this proposal. If anyone is to succeed His Eminence, it should be me, as his trusted right hand.
See sense. Strength alone means nothing. And without that, you have nothing worthy of the people's loyalty.
Rella, will you not speak? Surely you feel what they ask of you is beyond your station.
Well, that is...
You are wise beyond your years, Rella. Surely you understand. What the lost children need now is not a righteous avenger, but a refuge from their fear.
Is Rella the sister?
The people would flock to a saint who dwells among her people. Already many would rejoice to see you rule as queen. Rella, will you answer their call?
This is all rather sudden.
Of course, you would have our
With
full
eyes closed.
support. Naturally, we will make arrangements so that the tournament's next round turns in your favor.
Even so, I am unfit to be queen.
Allow me to clarify. This is not exactly a request. Would you rather have that tyrant Luis become king?
Well...
I mean, they're not wrong.
Hey, sounds like we've got big news. I just heard from the pack of Sanctists. I figured they'd shove someone up to take Forden's place. But where it is, it'll be Saint Rella. Gonna be an announcement tomorrow.
The mourning for Forden's barely started, and they're already lining up his successor. And Rella, at that. Going for popularity over power, it seems.
They're getting careless. Though, thinking about it, maybe it's a smarter choice than it seems.
But, say Saint Rella wins against Louise, becomes proper queen and all, gets to do what she wants. Doesn't that tidy this whole thing right up?
No, this can't be her own decision. Just the idea of being queen would put her stomach in knots.
The politicians must be trying to make her their puppet. Perhaps it was an order she could not refuse.
This isn't good. Probably not the best time to talk to her either.
But that's got to mean they're keeping the tournament going, right? Then they'll probably announce the next challenge once Rella's candidacy goes public.
Either way, I don't like it. This is all escalating too fast for my tastes. All the support Forden had campaigned for will likely just go straight to Rella with hardly a dent. If Louise and the Sanctus Church are trying to reclaim the status quo as the two pillars of government, that'll be a tough lead to shake. After all, just lifting the curse isn't going to be enough to restore the prince to the throne.
Indeed. Louise versus Rella. Frontrunner and runner-up, with no ties to the royal family between them. Everyone will see plain that popularity's eclipsed royal right. His Highness himself will have to win this battle on the faith of the people, or his claim to the crown will never be acknowledged.
Besides which, Luis now knows that His Highness lives. His whereabouts have not been discovered, but the Kingslayer will take up the hunt.
So many obstacles. What do we do?
Well, I know one way to keep a VIP protected. A classic tactic, really. The military does it all the time. We use a body double. You're supposed to be a dead ringer for the prince, yeah?
You mean he pretends to be the prince? That's absurd. You realize it's a capital offense to impersonate royalty.
I'm in. As long as they don't find out.
You can't just casually drop an "I'm in" on this.
Adele was right about you being mental. I think we could pull it off, though. The prince has been gone ages. Nobody's in a position to point out differences.
Wait, just think about this. He's elder. The royal family's Clamar and have been for generations. His appearance would be the least of our worries.
If I may.
You realize that each of those is 10 minutes, Roy.
His Highness the Prince lacks the Clamar horns. Some rumors suggested 'twas not some miraculous feature of the prince alone, but a mark of Elden blood. I've heard no confirmation either way myself, but at the very least, 'tis a tale any aristocrat is bound to have heard in passing.
In other words, with an elder claiming the prince's name and a known royal knight to vouchsafe him, we'd have enough plausibility to shake the nobles to their core.
Basically, it balances out Roy, Wazradim.
Of course, all this means little, unless our double himself
Wazradim is
willing.
literally possibly infinite,
say
but
you?
has a thing that can end it. Ari's is very expensive, but not as expensive as Waz, but can be stacked. Theoretically, if they stack it to how much Waz costs, it's an hour. So I kind of like balanced it out. Cam would defend me? That's cute.
I am the prince. Was that believable?
Don't you start laughing at me!
Sometimes I worry about you.
Your resolve has been challenged many times over, and never have you strayed. I am humbled once more. I pledge my sword to this gambit.
Good. Then we declare ourselves tomorrow, where this announcement's going to take place. Seems like the optimal place to make sure we're heard.
Good
Right
morning,
then.
Bocca the Funny.
Looks like I'll have to give the old girl a polish worthy of a prince. My cue as well.
You're gonna hide
Here
until
on,
you can make a joke?
It's nose
Okay.
to the grindstone
Hi,
until my
Doctor.
magnum opus is finished.
It's actually kind of funny.
Can we talk?
Right. Got it. This is...
Alright, I need to go to the bathroom. You already went, dog! Why are you getting excited? But yeah, I only have one Nopers left. I'm sad. Nopers I've eaten like almost every day. That's what's funny. Why is it making me disembark? Disembark.
What's happened?
Awfully chilly out. What are we to do?
Divine relics.
Think now.
Looking to sell, are you?
Wow, they do not offer you anything here.
This it?
All right, then. Let's head there right away.
I don't know. They're gonna steal that money from me, aren't they? Like, no, you can't predict. Not allowed.
Sure.
Good night.
Not allowed. Oh, it went to late night, means it's not gonna end the day.
Yeah. You. Certainly.
Hey, mate. So,
Right. Huh. Then... whatever. Leave it to me.
Basilio is my favorite. He does what I would do. I would sleep in the luggage. I just get like lots of covers and stuff, bunch them up, and curl up in them. Shut up. I know I sleep like a cat or a dragon. Shut up.
Look, it's that boy candidate. The one who betrayed Luis or killed him or something.
Hold on! I thought it was Sanctifex Forden who got killed.
Think it's both. But hard to say what actually happened. Suppose it's true what they say about Elder. Disaster follows them like an ill wind.
I couldn't get a read on what kind of reputation we had before, but it seems worse than I thought.
Once we stand for His Royal Highness the Prince, that will surely change.
St. Rella is here.
Thank you all for joining me, even in the midst of this turmoil. I am Rella Cygnus of the Crown Theocracy. The reason I ask that you all gather here today is so that I may formally announce my succession to His Eminence, the late Sanctifex Forden. I know not if I am worthy, but under the teachings of the noblesse, I am determined to become a worthy king, queen of this land.
The saint herself is to be our queen. Now we are safe. Glory to Sanctism.
Allowed to just jump in mid-race like that? Everyone seemed pretty annoyed when Luis did it.
The tournament's winner is not guaranteed the throne. Fairness was never really a factor. Whoever has the skill to exploit the standings will win.
Listen to that roar. I think I underestimated my sister's popularity.
Even from here, I can feel her aura of magic. I suppose that's to be expected if she's the land's best mage healer.
From the looks of it, she's perfectly situated to pick up where Forden left off.
I object! Rella, you have no true experience in the political world.
He's gonna get in
would
trouble with his
rise
own
to
people.
Sanctifex Forden's heights. I have been loyal to God and His Eminence Forden my whole life. I am the only one worthy of his legacy.
Master Godot, truly I do see the truth in your words. However, this is also the will of the Crown Theocracy.
Friends gathered here, do you really believe such a person is fit to be queen? Once the nation has dissolved into chaos, it will be too late. Appoint me as champion of Sanctism, and I
don't think they are, buddy.
All.
You forget.
Not sure about that. We know your name, but honestly, you don't have much in
See?
the way of real accomplishment.
I already knew that was coming.
The man has no charisma. If I had to choose, I'd rather follow St. Rella in all her glory.
And they say Sanctifex Forden killed the prince, too. If that's true, then I don't know if I'd trust his closest vassal with the throne.
Friends, I...
Is that Luis's gauntlet runner?
Why is Luis here? Is he gonna try to kill the saint now?
As usual, I find you all embroiled in pointless conflict.
What is your business here?
For the sake of those mired in your endless, fruitless squabbles, I have come to propose we give truth to this competition.
What truth?
The people's eyes have been opened. This entire tournament is a self-indulgent travesty of the Sanctus Church's making. First the king, and now you dogs of God. Why do you teach the people lies?
I just realized there's like a hack in my hair. I'm gonna have to go to the haircut.
You preach that true understanding is mutual and blind to the balance of power. Ignorant, willful or otherwise, to the sin and weakness that your lessons breed. Face the truth. Our world is lawless, and your efforts have done nothing to quell the chaos.
I can't tell though. I'm like feeling my hair, and because I thought I felt like a gap in it. But I can't tell. I have to comb my hair later and check.
It is time we were judged only by our abilities.
You're not gonna challenge the freaking saint.
Won by skill.
No, you're not.
And it is no less true for the throne.
Leave the lady alone.
Skill? What skill would you put on display?
I see no more reason to forbid the killing of candidates.
You would have the race decided by violence. And I suppose you believe yourself capable of personally reversing the king's magic.
Oh, king! You have witnessed our trials, have you not? You have seen a divine relic used to defy your shield and claim lives. The lance rests in my hand. With its power, my victory is assured. But surely you would not see the race decided by such injustice. And neither would I. I will not give voice to the lie that this world is subject to any god's reign. Would you, O great king?
What is his aim? If he has the key to certain victory in his hands, why cast it aside?
Never takes what he doesn't win. That's Luis to the core. He means every word he says. When you're clawing up from the bottom and you hear him talk like that, you can't help but dream. And then you never realize only a madman claims lies and contradictions won't exist in their world.
Luis Guyaburn. What manner of life has this man lived to make him such a creature?
He says that, but with that lance, he could kill any candidate he
None of
pleased.
this is
He
real.
killed
This whole
Sanctifex
game is a
Forden,
metaphor.
And now threatens Saint Rella. No! Your late majesty, please speak!
Do not fear, my people. Even should Luis claim all the power he desires, I will not be so easily conquered. Even should our nation dissolve into anarchy, I will always stand to defend you.
Sister.
I expected little else of Forden's loyal pet. It seems there is more to the saint than vapid, empty benevolence. Come, O king! There can be no more doubt. The masses desire a truly fair battle. One waged without your shackles.
Be this thy course. Thou wouldst rule by strength alone.
He's talking!
Like when he first rose.
I killed Forden, yet has my standing fallen at all? Surely you would know. This petty race limps forward, while the land is further flooded with anxiety and monsters. You have left us an age of strife. You are powerless to stop it. And in your place, fool king, I will restore the balance and right this land's wrongs!
So be it. They who remain seeketh a clash without hindrance. Very well.
Oh shit. It's Majara's
Now
moon.
and hereafter,
What's that thing doing
my
in
magic
another
shall
game?
no longer protect thee. Face this as a trial renewed. If ye would be a true king, then I bid thee prevail.
I really don't understand what that really did. I guess
You
it
see
shows
that
that
light
he's
just
not
now?
afraid of equalizing the competition.
The magla flow surrounding the candidates has disappeared. The protection of the magic is no more.
Then this lance of dragons is no more than an antique spear. Children lost in Sanctism's shadow, the fog of deception has finally cleared. There is no God. Think hard on your salvation, and whether you'll find it in prayer.
No. He would even deny us our prayer? It's true. His Majesty has broken the spell. If it has come to this.
You know it was not I who laid the prince low. Which means that if you oppose me still, it is for the throne, and nothing more. I can finally face the real you. A near-death invalid has no place upon the throne. The mere suggestion is ludicrous. You do well to follow the king's example and abandon the folly of your ideals.
To cast aside all we've fought for would accomplish nothing. We too strive for a vision. Luis, you will never take the throne. The rightful heir stands before you. Look upon our candidate and know his true claim. He is the legitimate son of his late Majesty King Hythlodius V, last heir to the throne of Uchronia. His Highness, the Prince himself, has risen to vanquish evil. For his people, he defies the pain and suffering of the curse he endured.
His Highness the Prince? What? That's a lie. His Highness? He has already passed.
His Highness the Prince! They're mad, the lot of them. That boy's an elder.
Indeed he is. 'Tis the very proof you seek. Anyone who truly knows His Highness himself will see what this means. Indeed. There is no denying it.
Rella!
Sister? I saw for myself when I personally treated His Highness. They'd warned me against revealing it to the public, but the time for discretion is past. His Highness the Prince has elden blood coursing through his veins. His Majesty told me that the boy's birth mother was an elder woman.
The Prince was an elder?
Enough of this absurdity.
You! The Prince! A bold gambit. To reveal yourself before both Rella and I. Indeed, I have no retort. After all, he's been dead so long. Nobody could say otherwise. Fine then. So be it. This marks the true battle between those who would fight for the throne. Wouldn't you say, Your Highness? Face your unworthy ideals and come to terms. I shall await at the royal capital to meet the one left standing.
I wonder why he's going to the royal capital. Oh, now it's a night weapon? Heck yeah.
Rella, Forden's legacy is rightfully mine. It won't be long before this conflict turns violent. Do you really think you have what it takes to fend off Luis?
You were head of the guards and you failed to protect Sanctifex Forden. You want to talk? Please step down.
And you think yourself my better, do you? If it's a contest of strength you want, we can settle that right here. My magic. Nothing's happening. What's going on?
Please, do not cause further distress to the devout. I ask once more, stand down.
Did you see that? Those were thorned vines. But that's...
Sister. Children of God, I know the burdens you bear. I see the fear and anxiety that weighs heavy upon you.
But rest at ease, my beloved citizens. Sanctism is and shall ever be your fortress. Know that I will protect all of you. Pray with me now. Close your eyes.
She's right. Saint Rella can even heal our country. As long as we believe in her, we shall know peace.
Saint Rella! Saint Rella! Closure.
Be careful. I sense Magla. There's something beyond rhetoric in her words. There is definitely magic there.
Sister! What have you done to everyone?
I'm lifting their fears and anxieties. Sanctifex Forden saw Sanctism as only a tool. A means to exploit the people, abuse his authority, and mask injustice as piety. And yet, even then, did this twisted form of Sanctism save no unfortunate souls? What makes salvation true? Luis claims that there is no God. That true equality is only earned in pitiless competition. Are the believers fools to fear his words?
Saint Rella.
I will save the people of this land in the truest sense. They shall live with no worries, no anxieties. Now and forevermore.
But through magic? You forced the fears out of their very heart.
Perhaps not. But this country has bled them of it for too long. Besides, what makes you any more fit to speak of rightness? You claim he is the prince. The real prince is surely at death's door, isn't he? After all, your efforts did nothing to lift the curse. I've told you before. The prince's curse was crafted to perpetually draw upon the caster's magic. I know he suffers, because I yet live.
Wait. Surely you can't mean no. You healed His Highness. It was only by virtue of your presence that he survived that night.
Oh, was I not clear enough? Allow me to clarify. On that night, it was my back that your
I figured
blade
it was
carved
someone very
across.
young.
This isn't good. There's magic flooding this place.
Keen senses indeed, to be capable of seeing all this.
No! Why? Sister, you can't have! You were only 12 summers old then.
I was. And Luis was only a boy. All the better for any witnesses to suspect him of the crime. Yet I was interrupted in casting. What would have been a fatal curse became something unorthodox and incomplete. A spell with no formula. Even I could not dispel it. All you can do now is kill the caster. As heiress to the Sanctis Church's legacy, I will never hand over the royal scepter. Not to Luis, nor to you. Juna, I will await you amidst our dearest memories. Find me where the failures of the Sanctis Church lie buried. A place I'm sure you know well.
Isn't that a...
Fucking finally 20 minutes are up.
Okay, what joke is this gonna be?
Halt!
I'm curious.
I will not let you You will never leave this city alive. I am Guido, of the warrior monks, and in God's name, I condemn thee!
Oi! They're calling in the cavalry! We've got incoming runners! Look!
Amen. Top 10 things Bocca will never hear.
Swiftly!
Lost it, I know!
I don't understand.
Who put this cliff here?
What about the teleportation? That takes time we don't have.
We've got nowhere to go but up into the sky!
So we do. Then, that's what we'll do. We fly!
Wait, you're saying...
I finished preparations long ago. Time was something I had in surplus.
Then?
But if it fails, it's curtains for us. We all die here.
You hear me?
I trust you.
We're dead if we don't move either way. I agree. He speaks true.
Just take us up already. We've all flown before, right? Except
We fly!
Eurus! Is this not your dream? Then bring it to life! Here and now!
I'll do it. I'll take you with me. Beyond the sky!
What the?
Not yet. Trust your technology near us. It's time. Let's fly!
Possible. It can fly.
Yeah!
It's a dragon! It's a dragon!
Did you not see that?
I thought it looked weird at first. It's the back
Ears are popping.
half of the dragon!
Will take some getting used to.
Take that one! I've really done it! Look at her! That's my sky runner!
After that drop,
dragon
I thought
with
we'd die
curves.
even if
I
we
see
didn't
envy.
crash.
Curves. What curves?
A bit of faith, my dear.
You're telling me that tiny patch is the city? It's like a child's toy. Seeing it like this, it's easy to imagine the people as little dots, huddling together in fear.
Alright, you're gonna run out of points if you keep abusing it.
Phew, that was terrifying. I'm just glad it flew okay.
For fuck's sake, Ari.
Don't you think?
Aren't you flying already? Why should you be worried?
What's that supposed to mean?
Ha! Don't go poking the bear fairy, my lad. Really, I'd never have done this without you giving me the push I needed. Thank you.
Alright, it's just...
So, about our next move.
No, you cannot redeem it again. It's fine.
We must pursue Saint...
Where did she say she was going? Where the failures of the Sanctus Church lie buried?
I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't gain 15,000 points in a day. There ain't no way.
My guess is the Mage Academy, or what remains of the place. Nobody goes near it now. I was a student there myself once.
You don't say. No wonder you're so knowledgeable about magic.
For a dropout, I suppose.
The Royal Mage Academy, then. 'Twas known as the finest school in the kingdom for magic research.
Lady Juna, I've got to ask. What was St. Rella like back in your school days? The way she was acting earlier, all cold? That the real hair?
No! It can't be. I don't want it to be.
I'm gonna be honest, I think...
Maybe I just never knew the real her. That was the first I've ever seen her like that myself. I keep thinking, if she'd just quietly taken over for Forden, we could have helped each other out. Even if she inherits the Sanctifex's authority, she's nothing like Forden. She'd never want to hurt anyone. That's not her. I thought she wasn't like that. Now she's saying she was part of this conspiracy? She attacked the prince?
I have a theory.
It doesn't make
Hear
any
me
sense.
out, guys. I have a theory. I think she was forced to cast the spell, and because she was interrupted, instead of probably being like an easily breakable spell, it became an unbreakable spell, basically forcing her into basically being the bad person, being the only person that could like save the prince. But she doesn't want to die. She also knows her death opens up that pathway. That's one theory. The other theory is she's a psychopath, and it was always pretending to be a good person, even when she was younger, which is nuts to think about, because I don't think even early on psychopaths still have, they're still confused about the ways of life, so they wouldn't make up a plan like that. They're still learning how people act and stuff. So for them to make a decision like that when they're really young takes a lot for them to do. And even then, a psychopath wouldn't.
Then we've got to get to her fast as we can. We know where she is, yeah? You just gotta tell her everything you just told us.
That would be prudent, yes. But Captain, a reef for your thoughts, lad.
A game theory. I do want to probably start doing that on my channel.
If she is truly the culprit, then the curse will persist so long as she lives. This means we will have to kill her. Are you up to the...
Juna, would you prefer to stay behind?
I can't afford to. If at the last minute I can't face it, then you can leave me where I stand. I'm prepared enough for that.
It's okay, Ari, like I told you before. If I'm truly annoyed by something, I will let you know.
What's the matter? It's plain to see something's bothering you.
Oh, no. It's nothing specific. It's just that something's felt wrong somehow, ever since I sensed the Saint's Magla. I'm sorry, it's hard to explain. Please
She
pay
could
no
be
mind.
being controlled. That could be what Yutha's like sensing. Which means it's one of those priests in there that's magic is thorns.
Let's not.
No way.
Check the map. These are the Royal Academy ruins, huh?
This
here.
Ha! Tally-ho then.
No way! No, you can't say that takes a day. Every other area that's way less distance than that took bullshit.
Let's be off.
If that's the case, then every area on this map should be one day.
Say, already seemed preposterous on the map, but they really built this old academy as deep in the mountains as they could shove it.
If the wings now make it where we can get to everywhere in one day, I'll believe
Amazing. It's all so beautiful. But for some reason, I can't stop shaking.
It's what they call too sodden cold. Ugh, I wasn't made for chill like this.
The wintry peaks of Montario are harsh. The first snowfall...
Why build the blasted thing here of all places?
That's what I'm saying, Ryukin. If they're saying that with the wings we can get to this place in one day, that means the entire map should be within one day.
A dragon? You mean like our dragon god?
You saw how the dragon god turned into immaterial magla to be absorbed by the lance, right? Dragons may look like monsters, but they're not true flesh and blood creatures. They're testaments to a lost world. That's why the Academy's here, I heard. To study them. But of course, that's all in the past now.
Why is Rella with the Sanctus Church, anyway? If they tore apart a place she held dear, you'd think she'd carry some kind of grudge against them.
Tis not unlike my own plight, I feel. One might call it a family curse.
My family, the Cygnus family, holds great esteem, to the Church especially. We've held high sanctified titles for generations, and as eldest child, Rella can't reject them.
How did all that obligation weigh on her? Was she so determined to uphold it that she'd kill at their command?
She wouldn't. We better hear it from her.
I feel it. I can sense an aura of Magla all the way from here. There's a strong disturbance like I've never felt before.
Gotta be here. Here we go. We're finally closing in.
The Royal Mage Academy ruins. The once proud school's dignity is long stripped by frigid wind, its frozen spires piercing the wintry clouds. The gauntlet runner lands at the foot of the mountains, blemishing the pristine snow with fresh tracks. In silent certainty, they know Rella awaits them, the weathered corpse of a scholar's home at her back.
So that's the former Mage Academy.
I've been waiting for you. Little more needs to be said. We are here to save His Highness. And to do that...
Old Hulkenberg.
Sister! At least tell me, why did you have a hand in the assassination? Did I ever really know you?
How like you to be self-centered even now, Juna. In the end, you're no daughter of House Cygnus. You're an orphan. Another acquisition of House Cygnus, picked up on a whim. A tokenized game piece on their board to illustrate their noble contributions to society. You thought you and I were close? You believed you understood your big sister?
I see. I understand now, Rella. You're right. And I was wrong. I am Giovanni Cygnus, and my life is my own. So is my heart. I've always believed in you, and I'm not going to stop now. You would never kill someone just because Forden asked you to. Never!
What are you saying? Forden lies dead, yet the curse is unbroken. Is that not proof enough? Can you deny it, Your Highness?
You had your reasons, I assume?
I honestly can't see it either. Anyone aiming to kill a royal is risking their life for a cause. But what would a 12-year-old girl be willing to die for?
If Saint Rella's willing to die for something, no mistake, it'd be you, Lady Juna.
Huh? For me? Why?
Delusions.
Sister. What? You are protecting me. From what?
Even if that's all true, why did you bother summoning us here? The King's Rock marks you at second place. All the Sanctus faithful have put their trust in you, even after the death of the Santifex shook their hearts. Had you only gone into hiding to prepare for the battle against Luis, no one, not even us, would have been able to get to you. Yet...
You want to know why I've summoned you here? A question burns in me, and I will have my answer. Whoever defeats Luis will surely win the throne. But can you save those who remain of the Sanctist flock? The weak, whom Luis would see culled? This world already rejects many for their weakness. With nowhere to turn, they seek comfort in faith. If you would sacrifice them for freedom, you're no better than Luis.
I intend to look after them.
Well, words alone prove nothing. To be king is to wield strength, even to save the foolish and the abandoned. Whoever you really are, until I know you can be a true king, I refuse to die.
Such an aura. This must be...
Yes. Behold a divine relic, once wielded in war and then sealed in the Frostlands. A weapon of draconic command, just like the lance of your islands. Dragons are manifested avatars of mortal fear. Fear of nature, fear of the untamed. That is the source of their power. If you would be king, show me you can conquer it. Sogne, dragon god of the Ice Valley, show me now the power that ended the ancient world. If you would make this a country where it is no sin to be weak or ignorant, you need strength to shape it. Let us prove that strength here!
Rella!
Then let's go. If you're gonna put your life on the line for this, then it's only right we do the same.
Come, Sogne of the Ice Valley! Come, O Pillar of the 5 Chromatic Dragons, harbingers of earthly war! Heed my call, and unleash your fury once again before us!
We've got no
Faker!
choice!
Sorry.
Back, everyone! Why, hello there, treasure.
Everyone, fall back!
Thank you!
Watch
Sogne,
me!
show them strength! You claim such power, then I will test it.
It is your turn! Yeah! Yupa hit their weakness! Dodge! Nice one, Captain!
Allow me!
Yupa's
I'll
frozen.
use what I must.
Protect won't
Too
do
much,
like
perhaps? This should work.
The Vitus power. Let me help.
That was helpful.
Quite a boon.
Thank you.
Sogne, show them strength!
Take my fullest power. Come forth now.
Take this!
Ow!
My strength.
Take this!
Trivial.
Yupa's frozen.
Faker!
Protect won't do much like this.
I'll use this.
Yuba,
Are you
we gotta
strong
do something
enough to
about all those
protect the
ailments.
weak?
Watch yourself.
Let's go. Everyone, fall back.
I'm grateful. I call upon a royal soul. You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain. It is your turn.
That attack! It comes to this! It comes to this!
Then again, this should work.
Juna, careful! It looks like you've got
Everyone,
several ailments.
fall back.
Watch yourself.
Sogne, show them strength!
This should be good.
Thanks.
I'm grateful.
Much thanks.
Heisman,
You claim
that's a lot
such
of
power.
ailments. Be
Come
careful
and I
out
will
there,
test
okay?
it. It comes to this.
So cold.
It comes to this.
Yuba's frozen.
Faker!
Her attacks won't do much like this.
Allow me to use this.
Thanks. That was helpful.
That helped.
Heisman,
I will
that's
general.
a lot of ailments.
Everyone,
Be
fall
careful
back.
out there, okay?
Are you
I'll
strong
show you.
enough to protect the weak?
Yuba,
I
we
pray
gotta do
you're
something
ready.
about all those ailments. Watch yourself.
Heed me!
I've missed. Yuba, come
Sogne,
on, focus.
show them strength.
I have my methods.
What is blinking mean?
It comes to this. It comes to this.
Such bitter cold.
It comes to this.
Juna's frozen
Let's go.
over. Her attacks are
Everyone,
getting weaker now.
fall back.
That was helpful. Heisman's
Behold
frozen.
this power.
Careful. His attacks won't hit as hard as usual. The captain's frozen.
Summoner.
His attacks are going to be a
Come
lot weaker.
forth now.
Yuba's
So
frozen.
face me.
Her attacks won't do much like this.
I'll use this.
Thanks. I am grateful.
Thanks.
So cold.
Take this.
Ah!
Dodge, Juna! Yuba's frozen.
By this power.
Her attacks won't do much like this.
With healing power.
That was helpful.
Quite a boon.
Thank you. Heisman's frozen. Careful. His attacks won't hit as hard as usual. Can't let it go unused.
Much thanks.
Thank you.
That helped.
Are you
Summoner.
strong enough to protect the weak?
It is your turn!
May all power of kings. Do I overuse our item? Witness our secret technique! A favor, if I may.
Sogne, show them strength.
The magic seed.
Take this. Take this.
Such bitter cold.
Juna's frozen over. Her attacks are going to be weaker now. Be a waste to let this sit.
My thanks.
That was helpful.
I knew you'd help.
Summoner, come forth now.
You face me! Tis best to conserve. Hidden art!
Take this!
Too slow!
Come forth, royal soul! Here!
I am grateful.
Quite a boon.
Thanks. Watch me! Raging fire! No way! It didn't affect
Are
them!
you
Summoner.
strong enough to protect the weak?
Not this tactic.
For victory!
After you.
The Faker! Faker!
General! Everyone, fall back!
Thank you. This
You
is
claim
just what I
such
need.
power, then I will test it.
Look here!
Are
Take
you
my
strong
fullest
enough
power.
to protect the weak?
It is your turn!
Underestimate a dragon at your peril.
Wait! It's only blocks it for one round.
Bitter cold!
Take this!
I know what to do now.
Heismay's frozen! Careful!
Too much,
His attack
perhaps?
won't hit as hard as usual.
This... What
You
is
kidding
this?
me? That didn't do
Let's
a thing!
General! Let me help.
That was helpful.
Quite a boon.
That helped. Behold this power. You hit their weakness.
Our
Don't
summoner.
let up now, Juna.
Come forth now.
Yeah! Yupa hit their weakness.
Hi, cutie dragon.
Hi!
Allow
you
me.
doing?
Now that's finesse. Beautiful dodge, Heismay.
I was saving this.
That helped.
I am grateful. Thanks.
Let's go. This is it!
Sogne, show them strength.
I pray you're ready.
Heed me.
You think yourself equaled? Now accept your fate. How about this?
Are you strong enough to protect the weak?
Are you kidding me? That didn't do a thing.
You
Save
claim
her.
such power,
Burn.
then I will
Burn!
test it.
You hit their weakness.
Evko,
Don't let him
souls
down,
of
Juna.
kings, give me strength.
Gargoyle!
Yeah! Yupa hit their weakness.
Underestimate a dragon at your peril.
Cold.
It comes to this.
Ow!
Ha!
Too slow.
I'm impressed.
Yupa's frozen. Her attacks won't do much like this.
Allah, that did nothing?
It didn't affect them.
Sogne, show them strength.
The magic speed!
There truly is a gulf between us.
Dwagon
You
wagon.
are more the warrior than I,
Wagon.
as expected. So be it. What I lack in experience, I shall give with my life. Sister! Sogne, I give unto
Underestimate
you
the
all
cuteness
that
of the
I
backward
am.
dragon at your own peril.
She gave the last of her magic to the dragon? Why go that far? This is just what I need! Yufa's frozen. Her attacks won't do much like this.
Now is the time to defend.
Faker! I was saving this.
Thanks.
That was helpful. That helped.
Let's go. Everyone, fall back!
I'm grateful. I call upon a royal soul.
Dodged! Nice one, Captain! Yufa's frozen.
Summoner.
Her attacks won't do much like this.
It is your turn!
Yeah!
You
Yufa hit her
faker!
weakness!
This should work.
Thank you.
It's okay. We can do this. Here.
That was helpful. Faker! Summoner, heed me! Gargoyle!
The power of kings. 'Tis best
You hit
used.
their weakness! Nice moves, Heisme!
General! Maybe not. Let's try this.
You hit their weakness! That's your
This is
opening,
just
Captain!
what I need.
Can't let it go unused!
Here I
Don't let
go.
up now, Juna!
Come forth now.
Gargoyle! Yeah!
You
Yufa hit their weakness!
mustn't settle for these. Face me! Allow me to use this.
That helped.
Thank you. That helped.
General! Let's work together. Not this.
I'm annoyed that I don't have my other MP potions. I use one Dragon Blood sap. One.
This should work.
Thanks. Faker!
Faker!
Summoner, heed me!
Gargoyle!
Oh, power of kings. Face me!
General! Not now. The next one's yours.
I call upon a royal soul! So cold. So cold.
The Captain's frozen!
Take my fullest
His
power.
attacks are gonna be a lot weaker. Yeah! Yufa
The
hit their
faker!
weakness!
Witness our strength.
I'm counting on you.
Faker!
You hit their weakness!
I pray
Don't
you're
let up now,
ready.
Juna! Gargoyle!
Oh, power of kings. I'll use this.
So cold.
Juna's frozen over! Her attacks are gonna be weaker now.
Take it!
That helped.
Much thanks.
I am grateful. Behold this power!
Flames!
What is their weakness?
I take
Don't
my
let us
first
down,
power.
Jutta.
Gargoyle!
I am bested. I see now. The true strength of your will.
I got another dragon's breath. Tell me that's another sap that I didn't steal.
Good. 'Tis done.
I'll strive for greater heights.
Ha! I have never...
Yes, I've become stronger.
A new power to wield.
I have retained my edge.
You got more agility and you got the debuff for attack. Faker!
Well fought. You truly are strong. Strong enough to fend off a dragon from an age of destruction.
Rella, for His Highness, I will do what I must. Forgive me. But have you any last objections?
As for the crowd I've enchanted, you needn't worry. That was no spell of control. They should have come to their senses a while back now.
Then, your life is now forfeit by my hand.
Wait!
Sister, please tell me. What happened on that day? I want to know everything.
I was only 12. No child could so easily take a life in cold blood. I was confused, scared. I lost control. And the spell was cast. And so it became a wasting curse. Imperfect. Juna, do you remember how we talked of your dream? To become a singer whose voice could reach everyone in this land. I've changed my destiny through song, you said. You told me that as a Nydia, singing is the only truth you have. As a true-born heiress of the Cygnus family, in my eyes, you were like a shining beacon. You became my dream.
Stop. We're not talking about that. I couldn't do anything for you.
In you, I saw such freedom. I didn't want to lose you. So that day, I... kill His Highness. I can't. Have you gone mad?
You do know how House Cygnus earned its position all these years, don't you? Everyone in your family did their part to handle similarly delicate affairs. Your father was no different.
But to murder royalty, surely it's beyond all...
The king has sired an illegitimate mongrel of a boy. Now he's brought him to the castle. If we do not act now, one day we will be bending the knee to an Elden king. Moreover, of late, we have another nuisance rearing its head. Luis. An impious little upstart with no respect for the church. But his military merits are getting too great to ignore. Some are even saying he's fit for high command. As the matter stands, we have but one way to deal with both.
Wait, did the king order him to kill him?
Single stroke. Dispose
or did he kill him himself?
Prince,
either way, it could go either way at this point.
Luis.
I believe dude's crazy. But I wouldn't put it past the king to know that he needed his son to get to the throne. Or he was like, no, I'm pretty sure he killed him himself. He was power hungry.
Such a maneuver demands someone who can be a match for Luis in magical ability and physical stature. A girl of your
But I figured she was
intelligence can
forced.
figure out the rest, I trust. The king's heart falters. He has lost the will to keep the kingdom united. Look upon him and see the face of a man preparing to abdicate. It is amidst dissent and strife when the guiding hand of the church is needed most. And if Sanctism's enemies are not expunged, the nation's order will surely collapse.
Yes, but even so, His Highness the Prince is guilty of nothing. To murder someone innocent, it is an unforgivable atrocity.
If I recall, you have a sister. Unrelated by blood.
I figured it was an evil little
Yet
bastard
already
move like
they
this,
speak of
where
her
he's like,
beauty.
wait, you like your
And
sister,
a most
don't
charming
you?
singing voice. Yes?
Already dislike this guy.
What does Juna have to do with this?
Rella, you are destined to lead your family in due course. Surely it's your responsibility to protect them from the grief of any personal tragedies. Or will you live the rest of your life regretting a single night's lapse of judgment? Hmm?
I'll do it.
Basically, he gave her the choice: choose your sister or this guy.
Cygnus is a sullied house. My parents yielded to authority, and only ever measured a person's worth by their magical prowess. I lived in disappointment. And then you entered our family. You became my hope for living. Someone more important than my own life.
Sister.
At the very least, I wanted to protect you. But in the end, I suppose this was the only way I ever managed it.
I see. Saint Rella, the familiarity I felt from you, I finally understand what is unique about your Magla. You live as I once did. As someone who has spent her whole life preparing to die.
When you all greeted me with Luis's formula in hand, I thought my heart might stop at the shock. I had always known someone might come asking one day, but I never thought it would be you, Juna. It felt like fate's hand, dealing my due punishment. That's why I'd kept an eye on you ever since then. To observe this seeker of the throne. This aspirant who possesses the lost power of the archetype. I hoped you could be the one with the power I've been seeking, but I needed to see with my own eyes.
What do you mean?
Luis is more of a threat than you know. Whatever his intentions are, I know he grasps at more than just the crown. After the assault on His Highness, I was made to investigate Luis as a suspect. I touched his hand and read deeply into the flow of his Magla. I'll never forget it. He didn't hesitate at all. I expected to see his aura, but it was more like a vision plunged into my mind, pure and vivid and violent, choking me in its flow. Humans flooding the country. Innocents either fleeing or lost to madness. And amidst the chaos, I saw no throne, no castle. That must be his real vision for the world.
A world overrun by humans? What does this mean? The man has been traveling the country doing little but slaying them, has he not?
I don't know the details. But in the past 10 years, Luis has been clad in that same Magla, unchanging. If he becomes king, I know his vision will come true.
So that's how it is. If you let yourself be killed for the prince's sake, you couldn't guarantee the survivors could stop Luis. That's even why you called that dragon to test us, isn't it? You wanted to see if we had the power to protect this land, and all the meek in it.
And you've proven you can. With that strength, I know you can do what I couldn't. I have no more regrets.
Sister!
Then I will put an end to this at last. For all who deserve the truth, I shall reveal everything.
What are you going to do?
I will speak to the congregation gathered in Alterbury. Indeed, it was for this purpose that I gathered them there.
What? Then that magic you mixed in with your speech, the real reason you linked their minds with yours.
All that's left is to strengthen the magic a bit with the power of this relic. And my words will reach Alterbury. Good people, can you hear my voice?
This is such a twist middle ground of the game.
Dearest faithful, can you hear me?
What's going on? There's a voice in my head. A voice? I hear nothing.
I apologize for startling all of you. It is I, Rella Cygnus. Through magic, I speak directly to your minds.
Saint Rella? Is every Sanctist in the city hearing this? Amazing. That's some spell.
We witnessed a boy candidate who claimed to be the prince. To ascertain the truth of his words, I faced him in mutual, voluntary battle. I now see with eyes unclouded. Good people, he is, without a doubt, His Highness the Prince. Now, there is something further you all must know. The truth of His Highness's reported death, and the truth of the attempt on his life. Sanctifex Forden was indeed behind the plot to assassinate His Highness. By this barbaric act, he sought to elevate the Church and put the throne within his own grasp. These
10 minutes
revelations
over.
are only mine to give, because I was Forden's assassin. It was I who cast the curse upon His Highness. Yet all was not lost. Through all these long years, His Highness has endured the pain, and now walks among his people once more.
Sanctifex Forden was really the mastermind? What am I supposed to believe? Oh, God.
Sanctist faithful! She knows not what she speaks! Close your mind to her! Damn you, Rella! You would not just expose our secrets, but cast them
Focus
into our
more.
people's very heads?
Forden has already paid for his transgressions. As for
But
me,
good to cuddle.
this shall be my final address to you
Thank
all.
you, Roy.
For my sins against our nation and its people, and for willingly abetting such atrocities. I will soon join our Sanctifex in the beyond. Yet know this, dear faithful. You need not let your anxieties rule you. I have faced His Highness the Prince myself, and known his heart. His Highness will accept us. With his strength, he will shelter the lost and weak, and stand against Luis in our names. If all of you would believe, our country could be a place where all would thrive under a just king. I pray with all my heart that it will be so.
Saint Rella, was this your plan from the very beginning? Damn it! Crier or not, I can't let her down. I've got a job to do.
What became of my church? My faith? How can I go on without it? I am lost. I thought myself the unshakable defender of the Sanctist Church. But should it now collapse, I cannot see my path forward. Even I, then. I, too, am one of the weak that Rella fought for.
Not something I thought he would say. I thought he was a musclehead, but turns out he was actually a smart person.
At last, my role is at an end. Juna, I'm sorry. I only ever meant to protect you, but in the end, you'll have it the hardest.
Sister, please, you, Basilio, tell me. What do I do?
Lady Juna.
And what happens to the faithful? They'll be crushed. You're their saint. You had just put their hearts at ease. What are you?
I never wanted you to see it, but... Juna, look at this.
What?
What's left of my life is a price already claimed by my own curse. Perhaps it was too cruel to ask for a quicker death at your hands. I leave Juna and this country in your hands.
Wait, when she messed up her curse, did it backfire and hit her as well?
Thank you.
That's the only reason the curse would be on her as well. Is she
Your
actually
life and will was
ended up
always your
casting
own.
it on herself as well.
If only I could have lived with your
But
freedom.
because of her magic was her own, she was able to keep it from,
Please
like,
don't let this
draining
change you,
her.
dear sister. I just...
But that's why she clutched
Sadness
her.
1, release.
To watch over.
But that's why she clutched her heart. It's because it was killing her too. And I think she knew it was about to kill both of them, so she's like, well, good a time as any.
Huh? The curse is gone. He's cured.
I see. Which means Rella is...
Damn it! What am I doing? It's just like me and Dell. I never wanted her to go through this too.
She did not strive merely to make amends. She was as much a protector as any of us.
You're right. For her family, and for all Sanctism's faithful. Even as it cost her her own life.
She was gonna die either way if she didn't. But if she died because of curse, it would mean that the
truly
prince
wanted to
would have
guide
died by the
those who looked
curse.
to her.
She was
It wasn't
cursed
about
to
the
die
church.
the
For
exact
her,
same
it was
time
about
as
the
the
people.
prince. Because
She
of
was
her
the kind of sanctist
because her
others
curse
only
lost
pretended to be.
control.
I have a feeling that
So it
many
didn't
of
matter.
the congregation will continue to call her the saint. I only wish she had lived to see it.
I'm with you there. She was stubborn, fussy, a bit odd, maybe. But she'd drop everything to help someone.
That's
And
very
she'd do it
brilliant
with her
writing.
whole heart in all the filth of that sullied house. She was the one brilliant flower that bloomed. That's who
Sounds
you
like
were.
Booker.
And that's why I loved you, Rella.
Wait, what sounds like me?
Are you alright?
No. Not in the slightest. But I know wallowing isn't going to fix anything. Rella's given us a lot. Not just the truth about Luis. She's put the entire Sanctus congregation's support behind His Highness the Prince. You.
The description Juna just did
You'll
give.
not have the whole nation on your side, but it won't be long before you've taken second place. Just behind Luis himself.
Saint Rella saved me.
And what was that, Roy?
I owe her my life and I'm not gonna waste it. I'll fight with everything I have, right to the end. Let's do this.
Not gonna be nice today anymore just cause you can't remember stuff from 1 minute ago.
What? You know how? I know what she said, but I want to know what you mean by it.
The prince. And to take her own life in the name of atonement. Yet,
I'm done with you,
even
Roy.
if she'd
You're always so
lived,
mean to me.
she confessed to high treason. She'd have been executed either way. Has all I've believed in been lies?
But didn't you hear the rest? That
Wow.
elder boy's the true prince. He survived. The king's true-born son's risen to take down Luis. It's like a proper myth. I've got to stand with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I might have your attention for a moment. We actually received an urgent notice a short while ago.
I take back what I said, you up to no good.
Luis.
What?
In truth,
What do you mean?
I wasn't sure if we should read this to the public, but the criers have come to consensus. We must fulfill our duties. If this message is being read,
it means that Rella is dead. And the boy who claims himself the prince has won. Now, only 2 aspirants remain with any real chance at the throne. The boy and myself. To all lessers who remain, lay down your arms and accept defeat with grace. Blind defiance will be met with death. Bare your teeth, and you will die like the dogs you are. The boy, or myself. Only one shall wear the crown.
Sounds like he's throwing down a gauntlet, doesn't it?
We need not wait for the former king's judgment to pass. Let us determine ourselves which of us is fit for rule. My proposal is this. On September the 24th, upon the grounds before the royal capital's grand cathedral, we settle this in a contest of single combat. As in our battle at the Opera House, I welcome any weapons, any number of adversaries. Collective power is its own achievement. Either way, you will die by my hand.
Thus ends the letter from candidate Luis.
I knew it!
It's a duel.
If Luis emerges the victor, we are surely doomed.
I stand with the prince!
Nobody can beat Count Luis! It's high past time he tore that so-called prince limb from limb!
If he beats this Luis person, will he become king?
Will he indeed? Reminds me of what my darling used to say. If you choose to fight, be ready when they fight back. I suppose it had to be this way. You can't fight a man for the throne without cutting a path to it first. Just come back alive. That's all we can hope for.
This defies all reason. What has Rella done? Even in death she finds a way to betray the church and raise that damned wealth.
She always seemed so timid in these chambers. Had she been scheming against us from the beginning?
We're not through yet. We must find a worthy successor and raise yet another candidate to replace Rella.
Yet, what chance do we have of winning now? Can anyone here conceive of someone as capable as Rella in winning the people's hearts? They say that even the monk Captain Godot is stepping down. There is no road forward where a Sanctus delegate can take the throne.
Then what path remains?
We must take steps now to ensure that our positions cannot be eliminated, whether by Luis or the boy. Whoever wins, we must gird ourselves.
If Luis has his way, he'd sooner have our heads than our titles.
The methods don't matter as long as we have a plan. There's no going back when our hands are already steeped in blood.
Strange to hear that said without a shred of guilt. But you're right. Survival is what matters now.
I see. Yes, that seems to explain everything. Glad to hear His Highness is all right. Hardly feels real after all the muck we've waded through. But I suppose the fates take as much as they give. And you, my girl, how are you holding up?
I'm all right. My mind's cleared a bit. Sorry. Still got to lie about it. But please don't act any different on my account. She put her trust in me. I can't afford to be weak now. I've a job to do. And I'm going to finish it.
Right. Understood. For now, tempting as it might be, best not
Roy's
to
just
drop
trying to fight
everything
me
and
at
make a
this point.
dash for His Highness.
Indeed.
All I wanted was to
No
hear
doubt
Roy
Luis
say
has
that I
his
was
eyes
a good
on us,
person.
waiting for such indiscretion. We must
First,
be
Roy was
patient
like,
and confront
"You
him
forget
face
stuff
to
from a
face.
minute ago."
As it
Now Roy's like, "You're
happens, we
doing
were rather
bad
beaten
stuff."
to the punch.
I got
Just
the opposite
earlier,
of what
a
I
delivery
wanted.
bird dropped by with urgent news from old Batlin. Apparently, Luis has thrust us a proper letter of challenge. Says he'll be waiting to face us on September 24th in front of the Grand Cathedral.
Sounds like he wants this settled before an audience. If he's going all in here, maybe he'll finally tip his hand, show his trump card.
Still got a trick up his sleeve, has he?
Luis just doesn't go around hunting humans. He's been doing proper research, trying to figure out their powers and origin for ages. Don't know how much truth there is to it, but I heard he's developed some new magic art of his own. Something dark and secret.
He's forged new magics.
I wasn't convinced when I first heard it. But now I've met you lot and I've seen all this messing about with archetypes. Well, nothing surprises me anymore.
Indeed. Last time, we had the element of surprise, and he was wounded. And we still barely had him. Didn't end up much of a decisive victory over the perfect Count Luis. If we fight the same way we did last time, he'll kill us all. This won't be an easy battle.
I wanted to
But
ask
we've
if
got
the
to keep our
cutest of
heads up.
dragon and Ari did got my friend request
We
NCs.
still have a grace period until the
I
day he
should've.
named. Let us use the time wisely.
I will be checking
and
it probably
prepare
today.
all we can.
The CCZ is probably what I'm gonna play maybe Sunday.
No.
Yes.
Right.
I beg your pardon.
Right then.
Let's rest. Let's rest.
This can't be the end of the game. Seems a bit too fast. 50 hours? Was I supposed to grind more? I don't know. It's gonna have to give me some grinding time. What does this say? All 4 except for Eloquence, which is about to be 4. Idea?
What?
Alright.
What now?
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for my lickers and chatters. Thank you all for always hearing me. These are very wonderful and happy. And remember, Book is always cheering for you all. What do you mean short stream? We've been streaming for 7 hours. Just because the stream died in the middle does not mean I didn't keep streaming. Fact of the matter is you see me here right now. Freaking hells.
The living lands is fractured.
What are the
both
Pallies?
in nature
Policy
and
check.
politics.
What do you mean? Do something cute. Look, it's not cute.
The truth
Ah!
is
It's not gonna like anything.
As will be the consequences.
Booker is cute. Go, go.
Go meet it.
Booka, what do you want, Lachlan? Also, that's a crap game, by the way. Don't get that game. Crap. Very bad. Very stupid. Very bad. What do you want?
Bola.
What do you mean? What do you want? I go. What do you want? You won't. Alright. You're not telling me anything, so I'm going to assume.
Time to get some gamble in Z's.
Maybe. Smoke! Boom!
Hey, yo! Okadachis! How we all doing today? Did you guys miss me over the past couple of days? Because guess what? My voice is better. Poppy's playing up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello there. Right off the bat. Yo, welcome Raiders to the Okami Brigade. The name's Yoru Vex, the leader of the pack and breaker of limits. Thank you so much for the raid, Boka. What mission were you on before you landed here? And for those of you, yes, we have literally just started. I know it may seem a little weird, you know, that I only streamed 3 days last week. Oh, wait. Oh, you were playing Metaphor Refantazio. I hope that was going well for you. We're going to be getting into another game I have yet to play, and I'm going completely blind into this. But I've heard a lot of good things about it. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing Sleeping Dogs, but before we do get into it, there is a couple of things I do want to go over first. Hello there, Casacran. Welcome back to the pack. Same to you, Yuke, and welcome back to the pack. But did you have fun, Boka? That's the most important question. Also, welcome back, All-Star. How you doing? It's a good gym game? Well, I hope so. But yeah, and a Bewilder be so nice. You have snacks and a steak right now? Wait, how's a steak? What? As you art style over graphical quality, I mean, that's fair. You did super amazing twist. Well, you know what? Don't spoil it because I want to play it at some point. Also, holy shit, Nano. Thank you for the support at Tier 3. I know it's almost been 3 years. How does it feel to have been around for the majority of the journey? You know, did you hear about the Stellar Blade? I did see that.